Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Shino, and we're back in All the Mods 10 to the Sky. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Hey, we're going to take advantage of this rain coming in. We've got rain falling, so I'm going to go ahead and empty out the dirt that we have here. You'll see not much has changed since the last time that we were on, and I've just been gathering up primarily the stone. Is what I've been working on. And we're going to try, there it goes. And just started working on gathering up some more wood, trying to get that stuff all gathered up when it started raining. And I wanted to go ahead and get the rain going so we can start collecting it in these barrels so that we can move and make the next progression step that we need to get through today. So how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I love playing Skyblock series. I don't know what it is about me and the glutton for punishment that I am when it comes to doing Skyblocks, but I do enjoy them. Can I get... oh, yeah, we can get it over here. Right there. Boom. Kind of hoping to get a few more apples. I'm getting... I'm not bad on food, but, you know... There we go. Like to have a little bit extra. Cool. Let's get started. So, between episodes, like I said, I've just been doing some basic mining stuff. And we've got a couple areas that are open up. I did get some bone meal from sieving some dust, so that was pretty cool. And that's going to allow us to kind of start moving this direction. So we're going to do this one right here, the clay. And we're also going to be moving out this way too, right? So, and we need to make a stone barrel as well. Yeah, lots of stuff to get done today. Primarily, though, we are going to move a bunch of stuff around here as we kind of, give us some more space and give us some workshop areas. All right, enough fiddle faddle. Let's get going. I've got 15 cobblestone there. Give me that diorite out of there too. That doesn't need to be in there. Take that, and go ahead and give me that too. Let's make the big, that thing. Make a couple more. Cool. And then we're going to need our compressing hammer there. And that's going to give us a bunch of gravel. Now, I don't need all of this to be made all the way down. So I'm just going to do we'll do that. Because I do want to do a couple more things here with the sand to try to get a few additional resources. But we need the dust for sure. That's what we need to get. So I should be able to go that, and that. We're going to try to gather up. I think I lost one over the side. Did I not? No, I did not. Cool. All right, we'll do... we're going to take advantage of this rain while we can. You know what I mean? If it's going to keep raining, it's going to keep filling these up. By golly, we're going to keep getting additional clay as we go along. Let's do this part of it, though. Let's go ahead and go to here and make some sand. And while that's going, let's sift out some sand. I am using a flint. So flint and sand does give you an opportunity to get little gold or little iron nuggets. Sorry, there we go, little iron nuggets. So this is a way that we might be able to get us a little bit of iron before we actually have to get into smelting ores. Ready? Yep. Gimme. We'll let it fill back up. So yeah, like I said, how's everybody doing? Are you playing All the Mods 10, the Skyblock series yourself? If you are, let me know. Tell me down in the comments down below. And hey, look, I'm a pretty chill kind of guy. I don't mind backseat drivers. You see something I'm doing or something I could be doing better, feel free to let me know. I don't care. Just go ahead and tell me about it down in the comments. That's fine. How close are we here? Getting close? 1, 2, 3, 4 more. How many does that give us? Up to 12. Sweet. All right. We're going to get... should I do one more set? You know what? I really feel like I should do Yeah, let's go ahead and make some more here. Cool. We don't know how long. Oops, I did that one wrong. We don't know exactly how long this rain's going to last. And, we're going to be in an area here pretty soon where we'll be able to make, I have our own infinite water and all of that. So not like really, really concerned. But while we've got it, let's take advantage of it. Speaking of taking advantage of stuff, let's take a look at our quest log. We can get another piece of clay there and a little more XP. And then all fired up. It means, it's a sky block. No matter how many different power generation methods we try to show you in these quests, you ultimately end up with 20 of these in your base. Exactly. These convert cobblestone and other stone types into lava when a heat source is placed underneath it. You can use a torch to start with, even though it is slow. So we do want to make this the porcelain. So we're going to need more bone meal. And if you'll recall, we're going to have to get the bone meal from sand or from dust inside our sieve. Of course, we do have a bone here that we can turn that into some bone meal. A few more. So let's start going through that process, shall we? Let's put this down, get us some of that. And then how do we make the porcelain again? 1 to 1. There's 3 pieces. We still got a lot to make. We may call that good for now. Let's go ahead and see if we can get us some more bone meal here. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. That gives us 6. What can we do with 6? Let's take a look. We can make the bucket. We need 1 more for making our first unfired porcelain. Is there any other way of getting bone meal? Take a look. Bone meal. So we know sieving's going to do it. That's a 10% chance. That's an 11% chance. Jumping up to iron gets us to a 12% chance. The milling, yeah, that would probably be the better thing to do with the bones, is to go through the mill, but I'm not quite to that point yet that we can do that. Farming mob drops, yep, that would be a good way of doing it, and I think that might be probably the best way for us to go about doing it, is to get a mob farm going. Yeah. Let's do that, shall we? Let's get some of this stuff put away. We'll get our mob farm, and then we will, we'll look at getting into making the, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'll be right back. I thought I'd just pop back on here. We don't have building wand, but we do have this stick. What's it called? It's construction sticks. Basically, it's a building wand. This one's made entirely out of sticks, and it'll drop down 3 blocks at a time. So, not the best thing in the world, but you know what? It'll work. I ain't complaining. Durability, but for being just sticks, heck, I'm all right with that. As somebody's most famous is saying, ain't mad at that. Here we go. I'm glad we took care of, because now the rain's is stopping. Yeah. Cool. All right, that's going to give us a little more space. I'm going to build a room back out over here. And, yeah, I will, I'm going to have to make probably a few more of these, because I think it's just 3 sticks for this one. The next level you can make is a copper one. And it'll, of course, more durability. It'll last a little bit longer. Okay, let me keep working on this. All right, we'll see what this does. Don't think I don't know. We'll see. I think I made it. Didn't make it quite big enough. We shall see. Can I hit F7? Yeah, it's got some red in there. We'll see if we get some mob spawning in that. And I don't think anything can get out of there. Yeah, I don't think anything can get out of there. Maybe a spider. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, and because we're going to be finding out, I guess we better get us a sword together. Something. Even a stone sword would be better than nothing. That's what we've got right now is nothing. Let's get us a stone sword. Cool. Here we go. We'll give it a shot. See what we get out of there. So we're going to need to get some of the bone meal together. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this stuff up into here. And we're going to use, I'm going to leave the andesite. Let's go ahead and use this granite. I think I can turn granite. I think I can do that. And I think if I put this down, it can become, yeah. Yeah, it becomes gravel. Cool. That's what I was hoping for. So let's convert some of this over. Hey, there's some creepers. So things are spawning in it. That's cool. There's a skelly. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can kill and not be killed. I just don't want the... I don't want the... I hate it'd be fine now, but I didn't want to be shooting the creepers. Over here. Thank you. Okay, so I've got a spot there where I'm not getting the drops. Yeah, I'm not getting the drops from that area. Okay, so I'll have to fix that for sure. So we can make sure we get the drops out of there. Or get a magnet. But yeah, we are getting spawns, which is good. So I can use that every once in a while. Go over there and clean that up and see if we can get some of the bones from there. So that's okay. Let's go ahead and process and see how many bone meals we can get from this. Not a whole lot, but enough. And I'm okay with enough. Grab that. Actually, two more than what we needed. Cool. And we need to make a furnace. There we go. Oh, press T to enable the trash. Oh, hey, that's pretty cool. Is that in all of them? Oh, it is. Ah, cool. Cool. Okay, so I am getting bones out of here now. But the drops are not falling. See, they're going right down the middle. So I'm going to have to get me a pickaxe so we can break in there and get our drops out of there. So what we're going to do first, though, is let's go ahead and get this thing cooking. Because I do want to get this part done. I'm just going to throw that stack in there for now. Let's get us a couple more pieces of cobblestone. And we're going to need some more sticks. Let's do that. We'll get us that thing right there. Cool. This is done. It's done. All right, let's clear this thing out and then go get our drops. What is that? Oh, it's two guys. Cool. That will work. Awesome. Hey, so we're getting the stuff that we need now. That's cool. Cool, 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 cool. Let's empty out some of this. Put that there. Oh, we got a miniature red heart. So that, I guess it just healed us up. I thought it was one of those that would give you extra. What else here can we drop off? That. We got extra bones. That's good. And some armor too. That's even better. All right. That looks like a witch. That is a witch. All right. No worries. We're going to let that go for a while. So we've got now, we have our porcelain crucible. And we have a torch. And I'm just going to use this one right here. We're going to put that right over the top of it. Now we can take our stone, some of that right there, and build up. Yep, build up. And we'll let that build up. So that's how we're going to get our lava. We're going to need that for our first bit of lava. We'll probably end up having to do a couple lavas from that, but that'll get us started. Right in there. And let's take a look at where we are in our quest logs. We've done that. Cool, cool. We've done that. And yeah, so now it's pointing over here to our stone generator. These generators usually work a little different than you might expect. The first tier of generators you use will now make all of the same materials that you need with different inputs and focus blocks on the bottom. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, we're definitely going to do this one. So we're going to need 2 buckets. We're going to need 2 buckets, which means to do that, we're going to need to make some more of the porcelain. And what do I do with the bones? Here they are. Get some more of that. And I'm not going to use it all. We need, that's 1 bucket, 2 buckets, 2 buckets. And it's cool. We got us some water here. We've got water here. We're going to have lava. So we need to make some sand. That'll be the next thing we need to make. 1 of those. Just one. There's our 2 porcelain buckets. And now let's make some glass. I'm going to use this to go ahead and we're going to convert this down. Check our metals. All right, there we go. Now we've got some glass. We have almost our first bucket of lava. Throw that up there. Oh, good. All right, we have our first bucket of lava. What did I do with those buckets? Here they are. So we're going to need 1 bucket of water, 1 bucket of lava, and let's take a look. What else we need? We need the stone. Stone. Oh, what was that thing called again? It was the cobblestone block. What was it called? No, it wasn't that. All right, well, when in doubt, just go back to the quest book. There, stone block generator. I was right. Oh yeah, I forgot we can bookmark those. Yeah, I forgot we can bookmark that stuff. All right, we go there. Go there. Recipe is oh, goodness gracious. Shino, what are you doing? Stone block modifier. Speed modifier 1, stone block generator. Get. All right, so how does this thing work? Let's see, these generators actually work a little differently than you may expect. The first tier of generator you use will now make all of the same materials that you need with different inputs and focus blocks on the bottom. Okay. So what exactly does that mean? Not exactly sure. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this thing down right there. I don't see it doing anything. Let's go back into our quest book. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go from here. Let's go to here. Let's type in cobblestone. Block generator, cobblegen galore. Okay, all right. Now I see. Now it's making sense to me. All right, I want to create an area that, we can't burn ourselves up on. Cool. So let's do some stone slabs like that. And let's go ahead and make, a couple more of these little wands, sticky sticks. And let's put down, let's go over here on this side. Let's build a little area out. That work? Okay. That'll give us a little area here. There it is. I have it on me. Go ahead and sleep this night. All right, we're going to put this thing right here on the side. Yeah. We'll do it like that. Okay. And then we're going to take and we're going to put, we'll put that in like that, and that. Cool. And we drop that in. All right, we have 1 bucket. We don't have enough lava. Can we throw those in there? No, we cannot. Okay. Let's get some more stone together. Can basalt be used? Let's find out if basalt can be used. No, it doesn't look like basalt can be used either. All right, so let's check in the crucible. All right, I think I figured this thing out. So we need to put water on one side of it. Is that going to work? That may not work. You know why? Yeah. Let's grab that out of there. Let's do I have another slab? I do. Put that there. You come with me. Let's put you like that. Let's try that. I'll put you underneath there too. Cool. Water. Should be able to put water now there. Nope. Should be able to put water now there. And lava, almost enough lava. And now enough lava. All right, don't mess this up, Shino. Put that in right there. Cool. All right. Now we need a chest, I'm going to say. Some kind of receptacle. Go on top of here. Or can we just click it? Oh, we can just click it. We don't need a chest. Well, the chest would be better. Yeah, the chest would be better. But I want to make sure that it can't catch on fire. So let's do this. Let's put that. Come up here, put that on top, and then, whoa. Haha, I win. Yes. Awesome. All right. So now we've got our cobble gin going. It's not fast, but it's better than anything else that we've been doing. We don't have to pound that anymore, right? We can just come over and just grab what we want to out of it, which means now we can start building a little bit more. And we can start creating more lava. I did that wrong. Oh, here we go. Let's try it again. There we go. We'll fill that up. So now we've got a spot for getting our cobblestone. Let's throw that in there. That's actually moving along pretty good. That's going to work out great. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at where we are on our list here. What have we done? It says we've got, we got a lot of other quests here built up. Okay, we'll worry about those here in just a minute. Which direction we need to go now? We do need to get this other one so we can start getting mycelium. We've got this one, but we haven't done our iron ingot yet, but we can do that because I've got this right here. It's a little cheaty, but that's okay. Here we go. Got that. And then we can go up on the stone to iron furnace upgrade. I don't think we're going to do that one yet. I think the next thing I'd like to do is let's go ahead and make the iron mesh. So we do need to convert some of this iron over. And if I recall, it's just this. Yeah, there we go. So that gives us the 4. I don't have an anvil yet. So let's see, is there? There has to be. Let's go to uses. I know the squeezer can help us increase the ore. That's going to require an entire block of iron though, which we don't quite have yet. So maybe the first thing we need to do is work towards getting that first block of iron. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to move this bed. We're going to take and just going to put it right there for now. Cool. And let's go ahead and get some more wood together. Where's that at? Here. Need that. We're going to need one of those at least. And let's make another sieve. Cool. Cool. Drop you right there. Let's go ahead and get another mesh. And let's turn it into flint. Drop it in. So now we can do 3 sets at a time. All right. I need to now start working on converting. Oh, I got, it's just 2. I need to start converting over a bunch of stuff into gravel. And yeah, then I think we'll be in a pretty good spot to go ahead and see if we can upgrade. So I may try to go for enough so that we can get an anvil so I can apply fortune. And then we may work on getting enough for the squeezer. So let me work on that for a while and I'll be back. Hey, I've got I'm not sure what this is going to do. I'm going to stand over here and do it, but you see it says unidentified stone shovel. This item has an unknown power. Press Control T to activate World Tier Haven to unlock it. Control T. Control T? Yeah, it's not working. Control T is activating that. Let me options, controls, keybinds, key, T. Control T, open world tier select. Sprint, open chat, key control label gun, continuous. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff linked to that one. All right. So let's Control T. There we go. Start your journey. Difficulty, introduction. Welcome to the tutorial for Apothic World Tiers. In this tutorial, you will learn about the new World Tier system. Next, World Tiers are the progression system for Apotheosis. Unlocking and activating new World Tiers will raise the difficulty of the game. but also increase the quality of loot that you find in the world. Hover over a world tier icon to see the unlock requirements. Okay. This is the name of the selected world. Next. World tier difficulty. This is the world difficulty. Selected world tier. Higher difficulties mean stronger mobs, but also better rewards. At world tier, frontier, and above, apotheotic conveyors will begin to spawn in your world. Oh, okay. Got it. Done. All right. So the haven's been activated, right? So now I go back here. Submerged stone shovel. 0.1 submerged. Okay. Aquatic boots. Increase speed. Elastic leather boots to the current step height and 18% speed. Yeah. Okay. I don't like having stuff that has step height on it though. on a map. You know what I mean? So I think for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to say yeet to that. I think though, can't we melt those down? We can put them in a blast furnace. Yeah, we can put them in a blast furnace, melt them into gold nuggets. Okay. Yeah, so let's definitely do that. Let's just smelt those down. So I got 11 pieces of iron now. That should give me enough for the block right there. And I got 2 left over. So if we take a look at what we need for the squeezer, I think it's just any 2 and then 4 sticks, I think is what it comes down to. So got everything we need? Yay, we do. Cool. All right. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of this thing, but you know, it'll do what needs to, it'll help us get what we need. So I'll put that right there. And we're going to need a button. Yeah, we need a button. And we'll put that right there. Cool. Now we need to get some more ores together. So let's do this gold right here. Right? This is just for demonstration purposes only. Let's take that gold, right? And then we can put the gold in right there. And then we hop. There we go. And then we got to reset it. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you get a bunch of extra out of it, but you're going to get a little bit more than what you normally would. Cool. So yeah, that's going to give us, we throw that up there. That's actually going to end up giving us 6 ingots worth of raw gold. So that's, I don't know. I think it's pretty good. And we'll do that with the iron for sure to make sure that we get all the iron that we need, or at least extra iron, right? But this is cool. Hey, look at that. That thing is already full. Oh boy. What else can we do? Or what else do we need to do? Let's pop in here, take a look at our quest. Yeah, so I think the next thing we probably want to get into is the copper hammer. This hammer can be used to turn ores into dust at a rate of 1 to 2. You can now double all your ores with this hammer and even make steel dust. So that's with the copper, right? How are we on copper? We're doing pretty good on copper. So let's do the same thing here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make as much copper as we can using this thing right here. And then we'll make the copper hammer. Whoa. Let's hop off of that thing before it throws us, shall we? All right, let's throw that up there. That's going to get us 50 raw copper, or 50 raw copper ingots. I'll spit it out. What else can we do here? 10. Yeah, I think that's going to be good for now. We'll just let that go. How much do we need for this hammer? Said hammer is going to require 16. 16. We got to make 2 blocks of copper. Cool. I'll let that go. And while that's going, I'm going to continue to find more resources here. All right, we got more than enough copper here now. Let's go ahead and make our copper blocks. Cool. And then 3 sticks. Is that what it was? Yay! There it is. Copper or hammer. Oh, let's see what this does here. So I've got 19 more. That's going to give me 4 of those, right? All right. I don't want to do that yet. I want to see, because I think I can put this in like that. No? Okay, let's take a look. Let's use the U on that. What about using, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I know what I want to do. I want to start from iron. So let's take a look at the iron, the raw iron. Okay, and we want to see, is there a hammer recipe that shows on there? There is not. Okay. So we want to look at the iron dust. That. Okay, so the iron, so we can turn each one of those into 2, or each one of those into 2. Okay. All right. I think I have a plan here. So if I take this, that would be 4, right? And it took 12 to get there. Let's see what happens here. Okay. That got me 11. Okay. And if I put that into there, that will give me 22. And each one of those will turn into, you know what? We're okay now. We can go ahead and start using some of this. Throw 3 in there. Because I think each one of those will turn into 1, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's going to work. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of, I'll keep the black stone. I'll keep the deep slate. I'm going to get rid of the diorite and the granite. We can get more of these if we need them. They're pretty common. The rose bush, I'm gonna keep it for sure. In fact, I would like to put it right here. Yeah, let's put it right there. Cool. What else do we got going on? So we've got a pretty good amount of iron that we can get in. So we can take that, call that done. And the squeezer, we just got to put it back into our inventory, right? Here we go. Squeezer's done. And that gives us another hammer. Cool. All right. I think now, what's this? Starting your first power generation. I'm not ready to go into that yet. I'm thinking the next one I'd like to do is let's go ahead and jump to the iron mesh on all 3 of those. So we only needed 12 iron to do that. So yeah, let's do that. We're going to get, there's 11 and there's 12. So let's grab these. That gives us 3 of those. Awesome. And the reason I want to do that is with the iron mesh here, let's hit the U. So now we're going to jump up and we can start getting diamonds now. So we're going to get a higher rate on the coal. We're going to get a higher rate on the ore. For iron, I mean, all of these are going to go up, but we also get a chance of getting kivy, which kivy I think is going to probably be, I'm going to be using a lot of Zycraft in this. So that's going to be a good one to get. So this is still a low chance of getting diamond, but it's a chance. And so that'll get us up to the iron mesh. I will tell you, there is, when you get to looking at the gold mesh, right? When you start getting to this point, you start getting, this is where you can start getting some kind of unique items. Okay. So there's going to be some instances where you're going to want to have the gold mesh, and there's some instances where you're going to want to have the diamond mesh. I prefer, I want to go to the diamond mesh. That's just where I want to get to, would be to get to this one right here. Because this is the best tier that you're going to get. You can enchant this stuff. You can make it do all kinds of good stuff. Your chances of getting diamond, look at that, jumps up to 6%. Your iron's going to go up to 15%. So, having all diamond meshes set up there, that's going to be the right thing to do. So yeah, we're going to be making that jump up. So we'll do iron here for a little bit. Then we'll probably do gold for a little bit, but primarily want to jump up to get to the diamond as soon as we can. I want to look here. Here. What's the rate? 4%. So see, that's not too bad. And Kivy goes up to 6%. Yeah. Definitely that's what we want to do. What's Kivy on this one? 7%. So not much better. Cool. Let's take a look. I don't know if I want to get a lot of these. kind of knocked out. Some of these are kind of good to get, though. We're going to get to ender pearls on that one. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to start. We'll take a look at the bounty board. Okay, so we can do this one. Boom, we'll take care of that one. Here, overworld creepers. Yeah, we'll take that. Overworld skeletons. We'll take that one. Kill 10 skeletons. A random reward. I definitely want that. What do we get? Did we seriously get a bone for it? That would be embarrassing. Maybe we got 10 XP. That would be embarrassing, though. What else? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, we're going to call this episode complete. We've made some good progress here. We definitely need to expand out our base. We've got our cobble gen coming in. So that's good. We did get the squeezer going, even though we're not going to use this for very long. But here in the beginning, it can really pay off. We do have 3 now sieves with iron on it. And so I think between episodes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand that to like 6, maybe. We'll get that a little bit bigger, and I'm going to run through a lot of iron, and then we're going to have to expand this storage area here a little bit. Other than that, I'm not going to make any progress as far as through the rest of the pack goes. We'll come back and we'll do all of that together. So I think next episode we will. Let me go back out here to getting started. Next episode, when we come back, I'm going to move the cobble gen, or we're going to go into making the compacting drawer. That'll be the next thing we'll do. And then actually, let's take a look at it real quick. How hard would that be? That really wouldn't be that hard. No, we'll wait on it. Yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. We'll go into making the compacting drawer. We'll probably upgrade our cobble gen, and we might take a look at the first generator. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But definitely want to get all the way to diamond tier on this. And then when we're done with this part of it, we'll run through some of these others that are here. Farming might be something we'll do, but we're not going to spend much more time in this area. We'll be moving on into another chapter. Cool? All right, folks. Hey, thanks for spending time with me. This is Shino, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.